Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I am a fairy truther in The Sims 4. I have a feeling that this year, at some point, we are going to get a pack that relates to fairies, that introduces them, that has a brand new magic presence. But today, I figured to manifest this even further than the hints I feel we have gotten recently, and we are actually going to be playing with a fairy mod that has been out for a while now for The Sims 4, but I personally have never played with it. However, I do know that it is going to be a complete banger because it's made by the one and only Spinning Plum Bobs. I will actually link this mod and also Spinning Plum Bob's Patreon down below. You can actually go download this for free. It was first released in June 2021. How do I know this is going to be a banger? Because I have played with plenty of other Spinning Plum Bobs mods, such as their werewolf mod and also their realistic mermaids mod. If you have ever been disappointed in an occult, Spinning Plum Bob's mods absolutely make up for it. Now, this is fairies versus witches. We do technically already have witches in spellcasters when it comes to Realm of Magic, so I'm not gonna go into the witches portion of this mod. I just want to check out fairies. Literally everything you've ever wanted for these occults, they do it right. You might be thinking, but wait, Alice Spencer Kim is already a fairy. No, she's a fake. She is an imposter. She currently just has the little outfit that we got in spooky stuff. Because I have this mod installed, I could go into build mode, I could type in fairy, and I got this cute little pedestal, which is actually usable. You know, on statues when it comes to The Sims 4, you can mainly just view them. Sometimes you get like a little moodlet from them, but this time around, we can go examine the statue, we can view it as always, and we can choose to place an item. And then once we click this, it comes up with a bunch of different offerings we can give to the fairy. I'm feeling a begonia because I am feeling like a beg. Alice sees that the hand-carved fairy sculpture appears to be reaching down for something. Maybe she should place something on the pedestal, like a pretty flower, or maybe a nice gemstone. You best take that. Oh, apparently they can mean caution. Maybe I shouldn't have given that fairy a cautionary. We're gonna go choose to admire it again. Are you asking for my little flower? Oh, that sounds creepy when I say it in that voice. Oh, she's gazing into it. Alice suddenly sees a vision of the most peaceful glen she has ever seen. Embrace the beautiful sight or check it out. Sorry, Taylor, I don't usually go against you, but we are going to embrace that beautiful sight. Her eyes are glowing. Oh my word, she got snatched. The fairies are already being mischievous. They've absolutely stolen my identity. Oh, I feel like we shouldn't dress as a fake fairy. It's a little bit weird showing up to someone's home being like, one of me. One of me. Sienna King is the Glade Fairy. We have the Ethereal Guardian. Rohi, we are going to talk to you. I love your little invisible books behind you. That, unfortunately, is just from the wing, so it's like a texture thing. We are going to give a friendly introduction. Your invisible book is so big because you have so much wisdom. All right, back off, everyone. Let me talk to my Ethereal Guardian. She's my guardian. Oh, she is going off. She said, let me show you that I am the most powerful fairy in all of the glen. And we just like look like a super fan, just like, hello, Kiwi, we're here. Not me getting too excited about this mod and doing it wrong. So we have a new Ethereal Guardian, but I am actually going to greet them correctly with the proper fairy greeting. I'm so sorry to the previous Ethereal Guardian. I did not realize that there was a special introduction for you, kind fellow fairy. But there we go. Hopefully this is correct now and it won't actually break my mod. My, we aren't used to visitors around here. Well, I'm also not used to you, as you can tell from how much of a noob I am. I feel like I should be joking about body hair with everything that we've got on offer right now, but there we go. Unfortunately, if you just greet them normally, I mean, I did greet them in a friendly way. It's not like I was rude or disrespectful, but only the options of compliment wings and talk about fairy tales come up, so you have to greet the fairy in the traditional way. You can ask, what is this place? And you can also ask about becoming a fairy, which is obviously what I want to do. If you look around the forest, you may be able to find a sprite. Try talking to it, and you might find yourself on its good side. If it sees that you are worthy, it may allow you to become a fairy. For the record, did you just fall over? Who fell over? Compliments will get you major brownie points. Oh, you know what? I bloody love having outdoorsy sims in my Sims 4 game, but it does piss me off how much you just have to like root around and look for stuff. Look, they just keep disappearing when I go to click on them. I think these are genuinely just, oh, we can search for sprites. There we go. You just have to click on the floor to be able to do it. You can look, but don't touch. My mum to me in any shop when we were younger, minus Tammy Girl. We are gonna have a chat first of all, give it a little compliment. I don't think we should gossip. I feel like it might not like gossip. Are they dueling? Oh my goodness, I thought fairies were meant to be all nice. The girlies are fighting. We made good enough impression on the sprite to ask for a favor. Try making a wish and see what happens. What else can we do, actually? I'm getting ahead of myself. We can ask it to follow us. I think that works the same way as the little creatures in Realm of Magic. You can chat, compliment, gossip, and then you can make a wish for intelligence, wealth, fairy, a child, or ask for romantic connection. I mean, we do not need any help in that department. Thank you very much. I have my doctor husband, Eric. Oh my word, I just realized that our fake fairy costume and this little wisp actually match. It was a match made in heaven. We were born to be a fairy. There we go. The fairy powers have taken over. Oh my god, you look so cute. Alice was literally made to be a fairy. Definition of pixie dream girl right there. She's even got the docs, the brogues, the Oxfords, whatever you want to call it, to prove it. Oh my word, she flew. She's like pink when she performs in concert. Alice is now a pixie level fairy. There's a long journey ahead with more powers to be gained before she reaches her full potential. In the meantime, Alice should practice her fairy magic, win power spa sessions and magic battles, and learn more spells and abilities in order to progress her fairy form. As a fairy, Alice will be able to learn fantastical spells and magical abilities. With great practice and determination, she'll be able to achieve new forms that will unlock even more powers. The ethereal garden of Sylvian Oh my good. I'm not gonna fight Kareem. No, that man is. I'm not about that. He is dangerous. Can I fight someone who hasn't dueled yet? Nabuya seems really cute. Let's try and initiate a magic battle with Nabuya. I like the little, little stride that he had going on there. He was technically flying, but also had a little bit of a swagger to him. Whereas we were just flying like a professional. Alice was made for this. Oh, I mean, she is drawing a line in the sand, but in like, come on, fight me away. Here we go. Oh, it's very dramatic. Look at that power. Are we about to say, look at that power stance, and then she gets taken down by the first spell that he does. Alice, come on, girly. Fairies do not simply grow wings and unlock all the powers of nature. They must develop their abilities over time as they achieve every level of their fairy form. With each level, new abilities are unlocked and more possibilities are available. As fairy form is tied to core ability rather than magical skill, winning magic battles and mastering the most advanced spells is the best way to reach the top. And she also has the flight ability. Don't ask me how, considering she does not have her very own wings just yet. Alright, come on, can we wrap it up? This is the longest fairy battle I've ever seen in my life. Given I've not really seen that many. Oh no! He got the evil out. He demolished us. He threw us on the floor. Absolutely not messing around. Right, now is not the time for you to be on your phone. Ooh, we can actually ask for a fairy handbook. Apple bottom jeans. Apple bottom wings. Sprite. Water. Dragonfly wings. Silk moth. Oh my god, you can be a little like moth fairy. Oh my word, they are beautiful. These are the animated ones. So I'm actually wondering, does that come from this mod or is that the animated wings one? Now we got the little swagger. The animated wings bring on the swagger. The little floating interaction. I don't know what's so attractive about that. I think that is the way that she like folds her arm and the little like smiles that she does. Giving me the flutters. And I'm not talking about the little fairies in my tummy. We also have our fairy experience. Fairies possess inherent abilities depending on their source of power, but the most substantial spells are required and used whilst channeling pure fairy magic. In this state, they are able to use their full set of powers and gain experience that will allow them to learn even more spells and abilities. So if we go to magic, power source, draw power from the air or draw power from the moon. Sounds gay, let's do it. Bask in the moonlight. Oh my god, and we're a moth. That so makes sense. And our experience is going up as we do it. So this is kind of what we're used to seeing when it comes to spellcasters in The Sims 4. It kind of has the same animations of practicing magic. Magic takes time and patience to master. Alice is making progress, but she should keep working if she wants to learn more. Obviously, we do still have our little fairy handbook where we can study fairy magic and we can actually open it up. So let's have a little gander at this. It looks like we are currently just like attacking everyone. These are kind of your 5 levels, your 5 stages to go through. So we are inexperienced and ready to learn as a pixie, nymph, mythic, enchanted fae, and then we ourselves can become an ethereal guardian. Incredible. Unique from spells and charms, magic abilities are core powers that influence a fairy's life or the lives of those around them. Level-headed, studious, magic mentor, teleportation, muse, or mythic for music or emotion fairies. So there are different types of fairies that you can be. And then these are the spells that you can learn. A fairy isn't limited to flying around exploring the forest. By developing their magic skill, fairies can learn a wide variety of spells and charms. Keratin, conversion, ivy wrap, morbus, sana. Oh my goodness, there are pages and pages of spells. That was like, what, 3.5 pages? 27 spells to unlock, 10 magical abilities, and 5 progression levels. Well, Alice, we have our work cut out for us. Can you actually put that back in? We do own the item. He gave it to me. Claim the belongings of others as your own. Casters assume all responsible legal action taken against them. Can I actually learn Liberate so that I can liberate my own spellbook, please? The animations are so sick. It looks so effortless as well. This may be the sexiest mod I've ever downloaded in The Sims 4. I didn't know that fairies did it for me, but apparently they do. I am finding out all sorts of things about myself. God, they're all so obsessed with me. And I think we are about to learn that spell. So when your fairy experience actually gets to the top, when you are learning your spell, that's when you actually officially learn it. Isn't that mine? Can you put it back down on the floor, please? I wanted to learn Liberate so that I could have this, but now he's just using it. There is also a fairy bungalow. This modest bungalow will provide your fairy family with cozy accommodations when in their true fairy forms. Can we actually use these like we could in The Sims 3? Throw fairy house party, sleep in fairy house, or shower. We are gonna go throw a fairy party. Off she goes. Oh, look how tiny she is. Oh my god, a fire? Where is the fire? Oh, no, 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 no. Where is it? Cheers, Eric. You just ran out. You didn't even do anything. Oh, we had a sprinkler. It's fine. Oh my god. Okay, base game build with the sprinkler. Oh, Olivia's gonna see that her mum's a fairy. You know what? I'm kind of down for it. I feel like she would absolutely love it. I'm not over this. It gets me every time. You can also get power source from darkness, but I'm gonna carry on with the moon. We did learn keratin conversion, so let's do this. Does it change her hairstyle? It does change her hairstyle. Oh my goodness. And then if we go to magic, you can actually reverse the keratin conversion. Or you can just keep going and seeing which different hairs you actually get. That is kind of sick. Let's reverse it though and see if it actually takes us back. It does. It takes us back to our normal hairstyle. Can we actually do that on other Sims? I don't think you can do it on other Sims. There's no choice for spells like anywhere that I can see. I will say fairy magic does go up pretty slowly, and there are actually 10 levels for you to get up to when it comes to that. Not many mythical creatures clash with fairies, as they tend to be kind and compassionate. However, vampires delight in the consumption of fairy plasma, and witches have their own personal vendetta against the residents of Sylvan Glade. Your flight skill is actually only a level 5, and then fairy form is also only level 5. Because we have a kid in the family, we can actually choose to read fairy tales to Olivia. She's gonna absolutely be obsessed with the fact that her mum is a fairy. She is absolutely gonna want to become a fairy at some point, which, to be fair, I could give her wings right now if I wanted to. When you're outside, you can choose to fly here, so let's have a little look at what that looks like. Whoa, okay. She did not stick the landing. If this was gymnastics, you would be out of here. You would not be winning any gold medals. Oh my goodness, our guardian fairy is absolutely obsessed with me. Say hello to the new Eliza pancakes. So it's kind of like the vampire teleportation, but they can just do that from the get-go. You don't need to be any specific level. You just need to be outside to be able to do it. I have cheated her fairy magic a little bit, but it just said that unlocked more spells. So I'm actually gonna cheat her fairy form up to a level 2. Free-spirited and full of potential, nymph level fairies are still finding their magical strengths. Alice should practice her fairy magic, win power spa sessions and magic battles, and learn more spells and abilities in order to progress. So that's kind of the overarching thing that you want to aim for. It's definitely harder to get up than the fairy magic. Liven up a dreary room or calm a heated crowd by influencing the mood of those around you. Gain control of another consciousness and force their hand. Fabricate an exact replica of an item. Infuse plants with the vitality they need to thrive. Manipulate the temperature and moisture around objects, extinguishing small fires or causing the objects to freeze and break. Push forward the hands of time and promote the growth stage of any plant. Conjure well-nourished roots materialize from the earth and produce a fully formed plant ready to be tended. Unleash the untamed power of fire. Use caution as this element is difficult to contain. Why do I kind of want to do it? Inflict plague and illness on another. Too many may be devastating. Stop it. Is there actually a way to incite violence? That's something that all the EA occults don't really do. Like, there's not really deaths tied to occult other than ones that you actually bring upon yourself. For example, if you overpower as a spellcaster, you can't really inflict that on other Sims. Restore the inner workings of any device and bring it back to full functionality. Use this ancient enchantment to reduce the severity of illness and alleviate symptoms. Give someone's mind a little break by forcing them to take a nap. I want to go for Morbus. I don't want to just go and inflict that on my family, though. How about we go Morbus on, I am so sorry, Mitchell. I'm not watching Love Island right now, but I know that Mitch is getting up to Mitchy things, so therefore I actually don't feel bad. I may just have to do it on Eleanor. Sorry, Eleanor. I'm just gonna blame it on the bad food that you have been serving from your stall. Oh my goodness. She's coughing. And then we can just continue to do this over and over. You actually don't even have to really interact with her. So you can do this from, I mean, a little bit of distance. Okay, I kind of knew it was coming. It did tell me that there could definitely be a detriment to that. Has she just like passed out? Or has she passed away. Has she expired? She said, I don't know why, I don't know what the reason is, but I have a festering grudge on this woman. So I don't think it can be fully detrimental. I've done that a fair few times, and she just seems to be passing out. Eleanor, I am so sorry. She's like, this is the worst time loop ever. I mean, Spinning Plum Bobs has just done it again. If you are looking for anything occult-like or mythical when it comes to your Sims 4 game, I will say this mod actually does need Realm of Magic to work. So unfortunately, if you do only have base game, this mod just like straight up isn't gonna work. Honestly, I always say this when I check out Spinning Plum Bobs mods, but they just add so much depth to the game. I am absolutely blown away by this mod. Like, we don't even have fairies in the game. Like, this is just straight up mostly all their own work. Yes, it does rely on those things in Realm of Magic, but I imagine even if we do eventually get fairies at some point, like this is probably still gonna be even more in depth than those official fairies are. That's the way that I personally felt about their werewolves mod. It's also how I feel about the mermaids mod. Spinning Plum Bobs also did a unicorn mod, but thank you all so much for tuning in and being here. Do let me know if you do want to see fairies within the game. I personally would love to see those different like elements of fairies. I think depending on the elements is a really cool way of actually creating magic, but I also would love to see like more mischievous fairies. I'd like to see kind of a reputation scale when it came to fairies, just because I think that could be so funny. I kind of think like Red Dead Redemption in the sense of like having a dark fairy who's like super mischievous and that's all they get up to, and then having like a really light-hearted fun fairy, and then all the things in between. I have actually a few years ago made a full list of what I would like to see when it came to fairies, so I will link that at the end of this video, but definitely let me know what you want to see when it comes to this occult in The Sims 4. Also, let me know if you are Team Fairies potentially coming this year. But I appreciate you always, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.